or just simply a description. Now, can anyone point to any one in their ancestry who was clearly identified as a Moor, disregarding the name Moor, More?
I cannot, and I'm back to the
Me neither.
1700s.
I can't do it, man.
I don't find more on my tree at all. So this is
Well,
why I say I don't believe
neither
the
can I.
I
affirmative.
don't. I won't find more on none of my ancestral shit. I haven't found Aboriginal on none of my ancestral shit. I haven't found a few things on none of my ancestral shit. You see what I'm saying? I've only found the crimes that has been committed towards my people on these documentations. That's
Right,
all.
we're not really having a discrepancy on Aboriginal because we know how it's defined, right? More Moor is a little bit more complex than the definition of Aboriginal, right? Because it leads to several different inclinations, and it gives you the ability to jump from one paradigm to another paradigm just by using this description, right? Because are we identifying a people when we say more?
Well, I'm feeling to find Indian on there as well. So might I add, I'm feeling to find Indian on there as well. So might I add, so there's a couple classifications that we bring up and talk about historically that I'm not finding on any of my ancestors' documentation.
I wonder why. Why can't you find an Aboriginal on your genealogy? Why can't you find an Indian on your genealogy? Let me tell you why. Because you're not an Indian. Because you're an African. You are an African. Okay? So when you find black, colored, Negro all throughout your genealogy, they are talking about African people. You come from African people. You said it. You can't find any of those in your genealogy.
I'm feeling to find Indian on there as well. So might I add,
not one Indian. Because you're an African. And even if you was to find one Indian, you still have to tell us who those other people are. You know how y'all love to find one or two Indians and then say, look, I'm an Indian. And then you forget about all the people that your ancestors mixed with. So that makes you a Pretendian. You have no proof that you are an Indian or Aboriginal or you descend from any of those people. This is why you gotta fabricate shit like the rest of the Pretendians. You gotta create these fake videos with no real information. Top Caps fabricated his whole family tree, his whole genealogy. It's nothing but famous Indians. These are Pretendians. So it's your brother YK the Truth. And you see that Aboriginal Power does not have any proof or evidence. Nothing in his genealogy. Y'all want to yell and scream and say genealogy is the key. But there's nothing in his genealogy that suggests he's an Indian descendant. There's nothing in his genealogy that says he was already here. What would make him believe these things?
This is the shit.
That shit is called the Ivy.
It's the shit, yo.
That's the Ivy right there.
God damn.
That is the shit.
Wow. Hey, yo, pass that, kid. I just gave it to the guy in the back, man.
So it's your brother YK the Truth, man. Hit that like button. It's Abo season. We coming with 300 blackouts. Y'all still running around shooting arrows. Y'all gonna get this work. Let's go. I'm out. Peace.